One of the things that got me to first fall in love with fish keeping was color. I love the color of fish. I can still remember being like 6 years old and looking at some fish that had been given to me by my parents, and in those fish there was in the fish they gave me, I remember specifically there were some rasboras, like I have right here, and some neons, like you see down here. They brought me a little 5-gallon tank. I think they had bought it at an auction or something, some estate sale or something. So they walk in with this little 5-gallon metal framed, these aluminum framed tank, and it had rasboras and neons, and I was instantly in love with fish keeping. Recently, I've been seeing some really nice color showing up in my 300-gallon African cichlid tank here behind me, among the fish that are starting to settle in. So they're becoming comfortable, and as a result, they're starting to color up more. And I'll show you what I mean. When you first add fish to an African cichlid tank, it shakes up the pecking order, and so the new fish usually are going to stay very dull. They want to be unnoticed. And then once they start to get a little confident, they start to get their swagger, they'll start to challenge fish. There'll be a few little skirmishes, and then they'll find their place in the order of things, and then hopefully those skirmishes settle down. And that's what happened recently when I added some fish that I got from Beantown, from Andre Fritz over at Beantown Aquatics in Texas. Some of the fish were very gray, and you could tell a little scared, and now they're settling in. This Borlei is a really good example. He's really gotten a beautiful shade of like an orange red, and he's just looking more and more comfortable every day. When he first was added to the tank, he had a few marks on his body where he had gotten the usual "welcome to the African cichlid tank" greeting. Got hit a few times on the side, but those are all healed up. His tail looks good. Fins look good, so it doesn't look like he's really taking any shots. So he's found his place, and as a result, he's looking a lot better. Another fish that I noticed is looking pretty comfortable and showing better color is the Mucochromis spectabilis. He's starting to show some nice blue in the body. If I can get him to come down here. They're acting hungry, which is always a good sign, but he's right there. Come on over here, buddy. There he is, right there. Just in the middle of the melee. Here we go. Right there, buddy. Beautiful fringe on the dorsal fin. He's getting some green and blue in the body, and he's starting to look more and more comfortable. And at first I was afraid that the tank boss, this big beast right here, being a Mucochromis, I thought that he would take an interest in him and go after him, but he's pretty much not interested at all. That spectabilis is really too small and too docile to be a real threat. Some good news on the hawk. Let's see, there he is. As you know, if you've been following my channel, this hawk did have a little mark on his head, and it's all cleared up. So he just healed naturally. I think he banged into a rock or something. I don't see really any fish going after him too much. This sand diver has also started to blossom and show some really nice color. Some red, orange, some metallic blue and green on the top of the body. Even little hues of pink. I mean, he's turning into quite a specimen. I can't remember. I think I might have got him from Snake River. but nobody really messes with him. He's very different and not really a challenge to anybody, I don't think. As I say it, of course, the Buccochromis goes after him, but he goes after everybody. He protects the left side of the tank. That's his domain. Now you might say, why don't you just take him out of the tank? Wouldn't it be more peaceful? Well, yes, but another fish would just simply rise up and become the boss. And so with African cichlids, you've always got something going on. This Mirror Rocks has just gotten really pretty as well. Blue in the face, nice bright orange on the forehead, little orange blaze, beautiful egg spots. So some of the factors that are going to impact color: the quality of the food, the quality of the water, lighting, and of course tank mates, in particular with cichlids, who stay very dull if they think they're going to be attacked, but will color up if they start to feel comfortable. Look at this Buccochromis notitania, one of my favorite African cichlids because of their attitude, their activity, and this one has started to color up. He's starting to show all those different hues in the body. Perhaps the most beautiful of the Buccochromis, the Buccochromis notitania. Probably some of the most fun with African cichlids is getting them when they're a little bit young and then watching them gradually take on more and more color. That for me has been some of the most joy. This gar is trying to show some color too, by the way. It's trying to get some blue in the face and the lips. Really looking forward to watching this linny, this cute little linny right here, get some blue in the body. Such an unusual looking fish. Of course, the fire hap is always looking good. Taiwan reef, probably one of the prettiest fish in the hobby. So what's been your experience with fish coloring up? Any tips that you have about how to get fish to show better color? Let me know in the comments below. We all learn from each other here. And I hope to see you on Saturday at the Cichlids and Coffee live stream. Always a lot of fun. And if you like the channel, consider subscribing and possibly becoming a Patreon. Very appreciated. All right, that's it for me. Thanks.